So I make a motion to eliminate Diane Ross's position at the end of the current school year.
Okay. Discussion. Call for the question, all those in favor?
I'd like to say something.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Just so you know, I know you said about the training and everything, just from the special ed standpoint, when you have a pair working with you for as many years as I have, there's a lot of training that goes involved with having someone work with you that close. And sorry. Just so the board knows that it takes a lot of time, and there's several curriculums that have to be learned, 6th, 7th, and 8th curriculums, and it does take a lot of time. And so when you say there's not any training involved, and that someone can just slip into that position and be able to do that job, I just want the board to understand that it's a really hard job, and when you have someone as your right-hand person to count on and being able to be that teacher, because I see her as my teacher and not as a para, it does take a lot of training and a lot of time, and I just want you guys to understand that. And it's just not in my department, it's in everybody's department, so when these risks happen, it just doesn't affect the adults in the situation, it affects the kids too, because the kids come to depend on these people, and when you take these people out of these positions, it does affect the kids, and that's going to be the hardest part, is the kids. So I just want you guys to understand how hard this is on my department and the special ed department, because the special ed department really took a hit with this, and it's hard. So I just want you to know. Okay.
Yeah, and I want to thank you for your words, of what you said. The difficult thing in all this is that none of this is personal.
I know.
It's just a symptom of, we're having to take a look at the positions and the categories and the seniority involved, and it just is played out the way that it has. And, I don't want to trivialize it and say that, people are replaceable, or that, it's easy for somebody to step into a position. It's not. And there's a lot of things that go into it, but there are some steps that we have to do at this point in time in order to try to get this budget back into balance. And so,
I understand all that. I understand that's part of that has to happen, but I just wanted to, sometimes I think people forget. This affects the kids.
Well, and certainly I want you to know that personally, and I think all of us as a board realize that anytime you have to make cuts in any department, we're affecting children. Yeah. And that's the hardest thing that we have to do as trustees. But I really appreciate your thought. It's so true. I'm sorry, you didn't tell me who you were.
I'm sorry. I just know every been here a while. So I'm Jeannie Miller.
Okay.
I'm middle school special ed.
Can I say something? I think that John's point was about people, training people to go to other departments, training people to go to other departments, and it's not, it wasn't anything about how much training it takes to be in the department that you're in, but just because you know the special ed department maybe doesn't mean that you know the secretary department, and I think that's what he was referring to. Or the secretary doesn't know your department and vice versa, so it's not like people can jump from that to that. So I think that was more about what he was saying than about not, saying that you guys, everybody's got a certain amount of training that they've got going on. So
yeah.
Not everybody's cross-trained enough to be able to step into somebody else's job. All right. We're going to call for the question, and the motion is for Diana Ross. Is that correct?
Yep,
Yes,
to eliminate the Diana Ross
start and then reduce especially,
I think we're just doing one at a
One at a
time.
time.
oh, we are, we're just doing one? Okay.
Okay, on the call for the question, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Mike, are
Mike?
you there?
I'm sorry, I was on mute. I agree.
Thanks, Mike. This will be for them.
And I make a motion to eliminate the special ed position of Donna Sutton at the end of the current school year.
Discussion. Call for the question, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I,
And I make a motion to reduce the special ed secretary position of Carol Bean to half-time at the end of the school year.
Discussion. Call for the question, all those in favor?
Aye.
I,
All right. Any more with?
Okay, so that's the rips that we would do with our classified staff.
Then we're gonna move on to new business. and our first one.
Yes, new business.
The teacher endorsement and internship program.
Okay, Megan Houlihan has approached my office with a request that she be allowed to enroll in a teacher endorsement internship program, which is designed around allowing teachers within a school system to move outside of their endorsement area so that they may be allowed to teach in another endorsement area that they define as what they'd like to put their efforts towards getting a certificate in. I spoke with Mrs. Houlihan. She said that she is interested in trying to get an elementary endorsement and that she'd like to register in an internship endorsement program. It requires that she gets the approval of the superintendent or what they call the agency representative and the chairman of the board. And where we are at is that we are looking at going ahead and making that approval. From my office's standpoint, it would be good for her, it would be good for the school district. Therefore, the board needs to take some action to authorize the chairman of the board to also sign this document and allow for her to go ahead and enroll in this program.
John, what is an endorsement program?
It's a form of a university program that is designed around trying to get teachers into school systems or teachers that are already in a school system a provisional certificate so they may be allowed to teach a class at the time while they are also seeking to get certification in that area. So they'll be working on classwork, core classwork. In Mrs. Houlihan's case, she'll be working on methods and foundations in elementary curriculum and taking these types of classes in order to better understand and be able to teach at the elementary curriculum level. And while she's doing it, she'd be undergoing an internship with our school district while she participated in that program. Does that answer your question, Mike?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so who initially has charge of the internship program? Is it university?
The university system, and at this point, it looks like MSU Billings is the place where she will be enrolled to take her classes. Now, what they will do during this internship program is they're going to set up a field agent representative who will be working with the school district and her on supervision evaluation of how she is doing, similar to a student teaching experience. But at the same time, she will be doing online classes and taking coursework in order to understand the foundations of their elementary curriculum.
It's not costing the district any money?
No, this is going to be completely out of her own pocket. She'll be investing in herself.
Okay. A motion to.
I'll move that we approve the teaching endorsement internship program for Megan Houlihan. That could be for next school year, or.
No, right now it's fine.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Discussion. This is the first time, I think this is it's like a viable program, but some of our younger teachers. Good. Let's see that.
Sorry, I can't hear that,
I'm
question
sorry,
or
Mike,
comment.
I knew that was gonna happen. I just said that this, I think this internship program looks real viable for younger teachers who, might be in a situation where they are looking,